Hello, this is Shay Ketchum, and welcome back to my reactions to RWBY Volume 9. Now, quickly before we jump into this, full disclosure, even though I know that nobody watches my videos at all, but if anyone clicks on it by accident, this reaction is going to be semi-blind, because, long story short, during the week that this episode premiered, I had to go away to a friend's wedding, and as you do during the more boring parts of a wedding, when everyone you don't know is talking, just scrolling through my phone, looking for something to entertain me, pass the time, and I rather stupidly went on Twitter and kind of spoiled myself to some of the things for this episode. I haven't actually watched it, so it's still a first time watching, but I'm not going in completely blind. I will be recording the next episode's reaction immediately after this one, though, and for that one, I've made sure to block myself away from Twitter, so I can remain completely blind to that one, but unfortunately, I mean, that's the breaks. I don't blame Twitter for being, well, I blame it like 5% for people constantly blabbing immediately, but it's mostly my fault for being kind of impatient and just not thinking things through. So, other than the fact that I can just say, I enjoyed the last episode, this is an interesting and enjoyable volume so far, which, yada yada, I've said before. Let's just jump straight into episode, or chapter 4, A Cat Most Curious, which, gee, I wonder who it's referring to. Oh, there you go.
Excuse me.
Little's a regular cat tracker.
Hello.
Are you...
cat?
Why do you...
Curious cat?
I have many questions.
Which one do you go by?
Oh, I don't go by. That belongs to the days and the years.
What?
But if you are asking me what I am, I do suppose I am indeed a cat. Most curious.
Really?
Of course.
Yeah.
Look, my friends and I really need to get to that giant tree,
God,
and so far nothing we've tried has gotten us any further.
How do you
It
get
looks to me like we're
information out of
even
this?
farther. Yeah, I think that's because we're 6 inches tall.
It could be both.
Good point.
The tree. Tree. Of course. That is most definitely impossible. You do not go to the tree goes to you, unless of course you're me. You see.
Not even a little bit.
Yeah,
Well,
what?
that's your problem. It's a matter of perspective, I'm afraid.
But couldn't you take us then?
Yeah.
You've been there before.
Yeah,
So
you can
why
do a
would
lot.
I ever want to go back? Yes, I'm glad we understand one another. No sense in seeing a sight seen.
Got him.
Please.
Trying to
You
follow
helped Alex when
words.
she was...
Alex? How do you know her? Are you friends of hers? Lifelong nemesis? Wait, don't tell me. Okay, no, tell me.
Well, we don't know her personally. Just...
She wrote a book about her entire adventure in the ever after.
A book?
Pretty much.
Is it well liked?
It's kind of a childhood favorite of everyone's, where we're from.
Yes. Oh, please, I simply must know more. What did she write about? How was I portrayed? And do I smell a mouse?
No. Little, run.
From one cat to another. Could you give us a minute, please?
Oh,
Please?
so they're spoken for. Well, please hurry. I have so many questions.
I could see that.
Are we sure they're not called the constantly annoying cat?
Got him. Totally roasted.
Thank you.
Guys, the curious cat was
Adorable.
described as an ally with an appetite for information. Just because they don't want to go back to the tree doesn't mean we can't lure them there.
I suppose.
Okay. Yeah, we just need to keep their attention along the way.
I guess.
That
but
shouldn't be too hard.
Really?
We know all sorts of...
The cat's gone.
No!
Yeah.
No!
Ruby, it's a cat. You gotta keep track of that thing or it's gonna go, like, everywhere.
But wait up! Didn't you have questions for us? We'd be happy to answer them.
I sense a butt approaching.
No, I remember that
No,
joke from the trailer.
I mean, we do still need to go to the tree, but that'll take ages, right? Plenty of time to tell you all the stuff from our world. Look, ever seen a scroll before? Ooh.
Luminous rectangle. Ooh. What
That's
does
one,
this button do?
one name for it. Oh.
Why is it painting tiny flat versions of me?
Oh god,
Is
he's
that what I look like smiling?
oh god, he's taking
Line
selfies.
and sinker.
How exciting. So, the old man and the boy share a body now? Ooh, that's got some uncomfortable implications. Who thought that was a helpful way to reincarnate?
Oh,
The same
God.
people who put a city in the sky. Ooh, speaking of Atlas, did that CL girl from the Vital Festival ever come back in a notable way? There's just so many characters to keep track of. Wait, what was my original question?
Blake, it's your turn. You asked about the origins of Remnant.
That's right. Woo, those two brothers. Talk about a god complex, am I right?
Pretty much.
All in all, a rather entertaining summary, though I felt some of the character voices were a bit uninspired. Looking at you, wise huntress.
Again, it's wise. Just wise.
Apologies. To your credit, you lot certainly know more about the beginnings of Remnant than Alex did. That girl could barely see past her own nose.
Oh, what
Say
do
what?
you mean?
Oh, you know. Just hilariously concerned with trivial things.
Like,
Yeah, but
what?
she learned her lesson in the end, right?
I'd certainly say so. Oh, would you look at that? The edge of the garden's acre.
Well, that's... Oh god, that's beautiful. Oh god, I'm getting PTSD flashbacks. Why is it all these leaves again?
This entire world is put together like a bunch of mixed up puzzle pieces. How does anyone make sense of this?
Each acre
They
is
kinda
made
don't.
specifically for its inhabitants and their roles.
What?
Is it not like that on Remnant?
No.
No?
How strange.
Except for one
It
specific
never
type
even
of
occurred
leaf.
to me to ask that before.
I have a question I'd like to ask. How much longer before we're back to regular size?
Not long at all.
Never.
The garden is just down this path and is sure to have all the ingredients we need for a lovely Grogurt parfait.
What?
Just don't go talking to anyone without me.
What's it?
If you're not careful.
We might get our heads cut off.
Probably.
That is how we met, isn't it? Ooh, you Remnant folk are such troublemakers.
Well, I'm sure we'll cause a lot less trouble once we're back to normal.
Bah, I don't see what all the fuss is about. Some of my best friends are 6 inches tall. If I were
Like
you,
who?
I'd be more worried about... Oh, who was that scary sorceress you mentioned? Salim?
Salem.
How many more relics does she need to end the world again?
2?
How are you even supposed to stop her now that Atlas is gone?
How do we stop her since she can't be killed? Ruby? You gonna be okay?
Hey, Rubes?
Maybe we shouldn't worry about home right now. We've got enough problems to...
The cat!
What? Oh, no, I wasn't paying attention.
It's okay.
Where did they go now?
You can find them again.
They saw a bug.
And you didn't say anything?
It was a very interesting bug.
Of all the characters from the book, why did it have to be the cat? Why couldn't we have gotten help from the lively carpenter or the rusted knight? One was sweet, one was handsome, and neither of them had the attention span of a goldfish.
You know, I bet you could find a goldfish in one of these ponds.
Probably. At this rate.
Hey, do you hear that?
Oh, that's creepy sounding. Also, Weiss, I thought you didn't read the fairy tale, or at least barely knew about it.
Is this the garden?
Maybe I'm
It
misremembering.
certainly looks like a garden. But where's that humming coming from?
Possibly right there.
What are you?
People?
I am getting really tired of that question.
What question?
What are you?
Oh, that question. Isn't it obvious? I am an herbalist. The herbalist.
Okay.
At least. Until I'm not anymore.
Oh, good. Well, all questions answered then.
Sorry to bother, but, my friends and I could use some help. See, we're trying to get to that giant tree, but
Help getting to the tree.
Got a really cool design.
Ah, yes. Everyone needs help these days. Everyone.
I have a bad feeling about this. I don't know why. Oh, sweet. Live in a mushroom. It's really pretty mushroom.
Well, are you coming in or aren't you?
you can make us a Grogurt parfait, right?
I guess it's worth a shot, but you don't even know them. Is this really wise?
I must say, you all seem a bit, hesitant. What did you say you were again?
Humans?
We're huntresses.
Well, yeah, that.
And what exactly does a huntress do?
Help people?
Fight monsters, I guess. I'm sorry, I don't understand why this matters.
I don't understand how you don't understand. I am an herbalist. I make medicines and remedies to help others on their journeys. It is what I am.
Okay.
So, do you know what a huntress is, or do you guess?
Huntresses are heroes. We protect those who can't protect themselves.
Thank you. Now, would you say that you're good huntresses?
Look, can you help us or not?
I'd say they
I
are.
am trying. But you are making this far more complicated than it needs to be. We all have our titles, our roles to play. But in order to help you become whatever it is you need to become, you should really have a better understanding of what you are now.
Okay. How do we open mushroom door?
Fair point. Like, where do we
This
go?
is how a
from
king
here?
winds up a prince. Follow me. My work is never done.
Wait, this is how a king winds up a prince? Did I hear that correctly? What? Oh god.
Please, take a seat.
Actually, I think maybe we should be going.
Yeah,
Right, Ruby?
yeah, I think Blake has
This
the right
won't
idea. Let's
take
get out of here.
long. Just answer the questions.
Crap.
What are you?
Oh god, we're all gonna get high.
No!
Are you sure you know? You have to be sure of what you are and of what you're going to be.
Blake! Ruby!
Yep, this part. This is what I was spoiled to.
What? You don't have to go forward, you know. You could go back. Back to before. What? What are you talking about?
It's simple, really. You could just be human. Or just a cat, if you wanted. Really, it's up to you. Why would I do that? Like I said, it's simple. Much simpler than trying to be a bridge between humans and faunus. Why struggle with that responsibility?
the Schnee name? Why bother anymore?
God.
What does it even stand for now?
Getting ice cream in
Instead, you could be
flashbacks.
a nobody. Could you imagine? Not a single bit of baggage upon your shoulders. Isn't that what you want? To be free?
To be something simpler.
To be whole again? No. My losses, my failures, those more than anything are what have shaped me into who I am. Showed me how I need to grow. If there's something I'm missing, it's not because I've lost it. It's because I haven't found it yet. And the only way to do that is to keep going.
A simple life wouldn't be my life. My family, my friends, my culture. I belong to them just as much as they belong to me. To give that all away wouldn't be simplicity. It would be betrayal.
I don't know who you think you are, but let me tell you who I am. I am the granddaughter of a hero and the child of a villain. I am a citizen of a fallen kingdom and an heir to nothing. I will not be defined by my name because I will be the one to define it. I am Weiss Schnee, and I am a huntress.
I am a huntress.
I am a huntress.
Well said.
So, are you a huntress? Like the ones you read about in books? I don't know. They always saved the day, didn't they? Always knew what to do. Always won in the end. But life isn't like a fairy tale.
Yeah,
That's
kinda
right.
Isn't.
It's up to you to make things better, isn't it? Everything all depends on you. Your sister needs you. Your friends need you. The whole world needs you to keep fighting forever and ever against an invincible monster that took your mother. Mom was the best, but even she failed. And that doesn't seem fair. None of this seems fair. What am I supposed to do?
God, this hurts.
You can do whatever you want. Be whoever you want. You don't even have to be Ruby Rose. So, what are you gonna be?
Get away from her!
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh my, that's a bit much.
Oh,
You
Herb,
think?
look at yourself. You're done. You're supposed to be helping others find their way, but you've lost your own. Please, let me help. And take a little bit of my heart. You'll feel much better.
I do apologize.
What
I
are you doing?
always was a bit of a workaholic. Huntresses, was it?
You did it to the prince and now him. Or
Peculiar
them.
things.
Well, that happened. Did you just wake up?
Oh! I found the cat!
But yeah, unfortunately I was spoiled to that like last part with them confronting themselves. Herbalist Chris. Did that say Christopher Guerrero? Huh. For some reason I didn't recognize his voice, but I really should have. But yeah, I was basically spoiled to that last part of them confronting themselves. But honestly, even with that, seeing it, still being able to see it for the first time was really cool. And the Herbalist has got a great design. Ridge is not eyelid. But yeah, they've got a great design. I love the way they spoke. I'm the granddaughter of a hero and the child of a villain. It was... I don't know, it was just really cool. And I like how it basically harkens back to... basically, a moment, or I guess moments in 2 episodes back in Volume 2. And it's basically the culmination of that point. And also kind of the reverse of it. Because back then, Oobleck basically asked all of them, like, about themselves, why they want to be huntresses, what their goals were. And Ruby was the only one who was, like, steadfast and knew right from the get-go. It was seemingly very simple to answer for her. Or actually, now that I remember correctly, he didn't even ask her, because it seemed like, I guess it would have been a simple answer for her. At least I'm assuming that's what Oobleck thought. But for Weiss, Blake, and Yang, they all had to contemplate it. They gave an initial answer, but then he further questioned it, and they had to spend time thinking about it before reaffirming themselves. And this is basically the culmination of that for the three of them. But in contrast, Ruby is now questioning it a lot. And I am curious as to where this is going. Like, I want her to obviously have a happy ending by the end of this volume, but I'm wondering if the show is going to maybe go in a bit of a different direction. If maybe she's going to reach a different conclusion than what we're thinking of. Either way, it was very entertaining, very emotional. Like I said, I got Ice Queendom flashbacks. I wonder if it was somewhat intentional, or if, like, that specific part of Ice Queendom or parts of Ice Queendom basically inspired this scene, maybe. If it did, that would be really cool. But who's to say? The visuals were great. Voice acting was great. Pretty much don't have much else to say. Really enjoying the volume. So with that said, thank you all for watching. Or I guess thank you if anyone watched. I'm sorry this wasn't completely blind. That's my own fault. And I will see you very quickly for my reaction to the next episode. Have a good day.